like to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at center. Ball against Russell. The kick out to Crowder. Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Bridges. Booker outside. Clock at 6. Another shot. Yes, that goes in.
And because of that high basketball IQ he possesses, Booker takes great shots, and he knows the value of the mid-range game. And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Here's Paul. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Russell with the bucket. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And here is Paul after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. The Suns need to get a shot off. And taken away by Paul. Pass to Crowder. The 3 ball. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Prince outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Gobert. Towns kicks to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Russell. The turnaround jumper. Russell's got 5 now.
You know, I love seeing players use the middle of the court. It just opens up your options, and for a guy like Russell, it gives him a lot of freedom offensively.
The pass to Crowder. Booker left side.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's the triple. No good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Paul passes to Bridges. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Ayton kicks to Paul. Shot, high post. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Chris Paul reminding all the young players out there, I may be a future Hall of Famer, but I still got game right now in the mid-range.
Now here's Towns. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Russell passes to Prince. Back to Russell. Shot clock at 3. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Paul dishes to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul against Russell. Paul can't get it to go. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Paul surveying the floor. Kicks it out to Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Booker's got 5.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Prince wide open. And they come right back with their own three-point.
You know, the NBA is all about the three-point shot right now, and Prince can really shoot it from out there.
The 17-footer. The shot's good from Paul.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Suns ahead. They lead by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Clark, with the dramatic rise in three-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a 4-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game or the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Ball against Russell. It's deflected and stolen by Ayton. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Never surprising to see Chris Paul start the break now. But as we see right there, he's just as good at finishing.
Russell passes to Prince. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction. Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Here's Edwards. The shot misses. Some solid D from Paul. Crowder kicks to Booker. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good. Booker's got 10 points.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Ayton, great positioning on the putback.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Lobbed up there for Edwards. And stolen by Ayton. Bridges against Edwards. Booker looking around. Again, the miss by Booker. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Towns, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Good show of power that time by Towns, putting his shot up despite the foul.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Booker up top. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Crowder. Over in the corner, Paul connects from three-point range. 11 points in the game. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Bridges, no one around him. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable, taking and making his share of threes.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Timberwolves trail by 19. Russell kicks to Edwards. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
41 seconds left to play in the first half. Paul against Russell. Now Paul. 11 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Five on the clock. On the top of the key. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Paul's got 13.
Chris Paul in the zone. Get out of his way, folks. He knows how to take a game over, and he does it efficiently and effectively.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Landry Shamet is out there with Lee, and it's Landale in at the 5. Lee finds Johnson. Launches it. Rebound, Minnesota.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Now here's Reed. Not a lot of room. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Top of the key, McDaniels. 6 to shoot. And he recovers it. Here's McLaughlin. Buries it from three-point range.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Suns leading by 14. Shamet with it. Kicks it out to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Anderson dishes to McDaniels from outside the arc. No good that time. And here's Shag. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Wide open. And too long on the shot. Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Noel. Off target from outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Johnson kicks to Shag. Out to Lee. And again, it's the Suns missing. Timberwolves trail by 14. Back to Reed. And he dunks it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Ball outside. Dishes it to Ayton. Reed with the block. Ball against Anderson. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Suns leading by 12. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Booker. He's got 10. Pass to Paul. He kicks to Ayton. And stolen by Russell. Towns wide open. Kept alive, Minnesota. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Russell. Good on the bucket. Russell's got 7.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Booker outside. Can they get it? And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
Both free throws good from Booker.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Outside Edwards. Passes it to Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Explosive play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed, too, for the alley-oop slam.
Paul against Russell. The kick out to Crowder. Jacks up a 3. Phoenix, no good that time either. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Russell looking around. Over Booker. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Russell's got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves. And here is Paul. 13 points in the game. Kicks it out to Booker. And stolen by Russell. Outside Edwards. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Timeout call the Suns. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
The leadership Paul provides both on and off the floor is extremely important, very valuable to any team. He's really about trying to make his teammates better, and that serves everybody well.
Now, here is Russell. Towns finds Russell. And here's Edwards from the arc. Jay Crowder with the rebound. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Suns. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Booker outside. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Russell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And now that's 11 points for D'Angelo Russell. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Paul outside. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Good things just happen when Chris Paul's on the court. Leadership, talent, savvy, awareness. I mean, whether he's dropping dimes or knocking down jumpers, he's productive.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Now Paul. The dish to Ayton. Bridges passes to Paul. Over Gobert. Gobert with the block. Poke loose. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Pass to Russell. Back to Edwards. Prince outside. The pass to Russell. Lock at 6. Towns for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul with the ball. Crowder finds Paul. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter. The 19-foot shot. And that one hits back iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Count that one.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Booker. Kicks to Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
At this point, it's looking like it's over. Time is winding down, and this is going to be a win for the Suns.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chris Paul.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Edwards against Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3 points.
And the Suns lead by 10. And here's Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Now here's Paul. So it's Phoenix picking up the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road.
Here we go.
So Phoenix will get the first possession. Paul with it. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Now here's Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Bridges. Back to Johnson. Over Morris. The shot by Johnson, no good. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
Phoenix foul. Devin Booker. First personal foul. First team.
The free throw is off from George.
Now, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA, gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Now here's Wall. Kicks it to George. Pass to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. Back to George.
LA foul. Paul George. First personal foul.
For Phoenix, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Now here's Paul. Here's Booker. From downtown, drains the triple.
He's been a little more selective in shooting threes, has Devin Booker, but man, when he makes one, sometimes he'll open up a can of them.
George outside. Wall against Paul. George outside. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Out to Bridges. Zubac against Paul. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Wall, the pass to Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Back to Wall. Stolen by Bridges. And stolen by Leonard. George for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 now.
Think about the rookie year that PG had where he shot under 30% from the three-point line, but all that tireless work in the offseason and now such a vital part of his game.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Wall against Paul. Kicks it to George. Takes the 3. It's not going to go for him. Phoenix has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Outside Booker. The kick out to Paul. Back to Booker. Pass to Johnson. Deflected. And here's George. From deep three-point range. The long distance three is buried. Give him 8 points now.
Well, Paul George does have unlimited range, kind of getting into that mode where one of those guys you have to guard when he gets over half court.
Here's Paul. Blocked. Outside wall. And George launches it from deep. George with another miss.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need it.
The previous play is under review.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Paul overturned. Grant, that was Paul George. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Clippers. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on them.
Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. From outside the arc, Morris finds George. Now Wall. Pass to Zubac. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. From deep. Morris outside. Bridges against Leonard. Back to Morris. Second shot opportunity with the clock winding down. That shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Down low. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Wall with it. Now guarded by Booker. Here's George. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Chris Paul.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
George hits them both. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. The kick out to Morris. George outside. Fires from deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Wall gets the bucket.
Coming into the league, Wall didn't take many threes, but he's added this dimension to his game.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Paul. And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Well, anytime that somebody scores, Devin Booker's the first option. He comes back and drills that one.
Outside Wall. Pass to George. Back to Wall. Out to Leonard. Launches a 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points right back.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Outside Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Paul. Outside Booker. Ayton, a screen on George. Booker for 3. Knocks down the long J. Booker's got 9.
More experienced Booker not letting the shot clock winding down affect any of his play.
Leonard outside. Over Bridges. Wall against Paul. Leonard for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. The kick out to Paul. Ooh, poked away. Bridges down low. Wall covering. Paul for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. The kick out to Morris. Back to Wall. Morris outside. Pass to George. And here's Zubats. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall. Appreciate it, Allie.
Your side, 19. The Clippers, 26.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Paul George has been sensational.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at the 3.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
The rejection. Covington, good job defensively.
Powell passes to Jackson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 9. Phoenix calls timeout. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Phoenix has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Shaman, defended by Jackson. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here's Batum. He can't get it to go. The Suns go the other way with it. Here's Lee. Here's Landale. Up and in from the low block.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Kennard outside. The three. Gets the three ball to go. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
Crowder with a screen. On the wing, Crowder. Batum with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And Covington, here we go. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Saric with it, guarded by Batum.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Takes a 3. Kennard can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Crowder outside. The 3 is up. Covington grabs the board. The Clippers in the lead. Kicks it out to Jackson. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And Grant, a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Out to the right wing. Back to Saric. And he banks in the layup. Saric has got his second basket.
Well, Saric on the inside has really good quality footwork.
Now Jackson. Powell finds Jackson. It's hauled in by Saric. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Shamet. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Both good from the line that time. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. It just makes everyone on this team so much better.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Phoenix calls timeout. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Outside Paul. Johnson a screen on Jackson. The kick out to Johnson, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Paul for 3. The shot won't fall.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Kennard's got 9 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
From deep, Johnson. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Give him 8.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Booker against Kennard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Call with the bucket.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
Los Angeles has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Jackson with it. Covington finds Jackson. Kicks it out to Kennard. And stolen by Booker. Kennard outside. From the arc. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The third quarter comes to a close. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. George with the bucket.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Outside Paul. The kick out to Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Up top Wall. Here's the 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Outside Paul. Shoots over Wall. And that one's long. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Leonard. George for 3. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
No one covering. Bridges has gotten himself going here. His first point to the game on the deep ball.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Back to Leonard. Morris outside. Releases. The rebound by Devin Booker. Booker's got 4 rebounds now from Pete Johnson. Suns keep it alive. It's good on the putback.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Leonard passes to Wall. Paul with a steal. In transition, here they come. Pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Wall against Paul. George passes to Leonard. Zubac with it. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, he can't stop the run as that misses. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Paul passes to Booker. Ayton, a screen on George. The kick out to Paul. And it's Booker with the setup. And the Suns lead by 2.
I just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Pass to George. Morris outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
1:16 left to play in the fourth. Outside Paul. The kick out to Johnson. There's the triple. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up enough.
Outside Paul. Pocket 6. Over Wall. That one rolls around and rims out. So it's the Clippers now.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Leonard for 3. No good from three-point range. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
And even with the stakes this high, I wouldn't bet against Booker. He has this shot really dialed in. All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
You can see how much John Wall wants to keep his teammates engaged, puts the pass exactly where it needs to be.
Russell against Wall. It's Russell with the drive. They get a hand on it. Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. And it's the Clippers' ball.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Now here's Wall. Out to Morris. No good from outside.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Prince wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
It's a real skill to be able to move without the basketball. Taurean Prince just looking for windows to score, and he does.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Back to Wall. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And they get it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has turned himself into an offensive force. He's a 3-level scorer, but I think you have to admire the fact that this guy is as versatile as it gets on the defensive end. He could guard 1 through 5 if necessary.
Now here's Edwards. Towns, a screen on George. Edwards passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Don't you love how Towns' hands are always ready to receive the pass? Terrific job on the pick and roll.
It's Wall with the drive. And here's Morris for 3. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
And here is Morris. After the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Out to Morris, and it's Wall in the corner. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Russell passes to Towns. It's stolen by Gobert. Russell dishes to Towns, and it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Clippers trailing by 4. Here's Russell with the 3.
Nice defense right there by John Wall. He's got all the physical tools, length, strength, and quickness.
Leonard finds George. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Morris throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Gobert. Back to Prince. Out to Edwards.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
Morris passes to Leonard. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Russell's running, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it so close.
Three-pointer. Karl Anthony Towns, and that's good. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
Well, bigs now have got to be able to stretch the floor. Karl Anthony Towns, a knockdown three-point shooter.
Outside for George. In the corner, it's Morris. Leonard on the wing, just 5 to shoot. From past the arc, and good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Edwards with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, Towns. Back to Edwards. Stolen by George. Morris inside. Here's Leonard. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Prince's shot is good. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Now here's Leonard. 10 points for him. The shot comes out, and Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Edwards. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 7. Deflects the pass. Morris dishes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
The pass to Edwards. George with the defensive effort. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The kick out to Wall. Outside Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, a multiple-time winner of Finals MVP. Kawhi Leonard understands, I've got my offensive game in rhythm. Let me go to work.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
And here's Wall. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Nifty move. Edwards kicks to Gobert. Tries from 16. The Clippers grab the miss.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Gobert with the block.
Rudy Gobert, a consistent force on the defensive end, does a nice job sending that one back.
Here's Towns. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. Doris with the officials calling slightly fewer fouls. It seems like we see a more physical game on the floor. What do you think?
I think it's a change for the better, Kevin. Obviously, you want guys to be safe, but the defense must be allowed to do their job.
George passes to Morris. George with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Morris, no good. Timberwolves leading by 5. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Wall dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Russell. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Edwards can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Wall kicks to Zubac. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Leonard the pass to Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. From deep, George. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got 7.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Edwards kicks to Prince. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. Now it's just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. We'll be back after.
25. The Timberwolves. 28.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the court for Minnesota, Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then there's Reed. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. Reed misses. Clippers trail by 3.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Noel passes to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Passes it to McLaughlin. He lobs it up. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
Clippers ball.
LA has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Outside Jackson for the lead. Pass to Batum. It's Covington on the wing. Powell for 3. Offensive rebound. Batum. Pass to Kennard. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Minnesota on D. It's a one-point game. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Reed.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Shots good by Noel.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Outside Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Back to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Covington. For the tie. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota leading by 3. Doors with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard out with injury. Luke Kennard had to take on a larger role in 21-22.
He did, Kevin, and that was a theme that was consistent across the board for the Clippers. But certainly where Kennard was concerned, they relied on his scoring. And even though he was seeing more defensive pressure, this guy finished with one of the highest three-point percentages in the league.
Just 5 on the clock. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
And it's tied up with that one. How the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Here's McDaniels. Drills it from outside. McDaniels got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Jackson kicks to Powell. 1:43 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Reggie Jackson has got the willingness to convert on the interior. Nice touch right there.
Here's McLaughlin. There's the pass to Noel. Back to Anderson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Powell down low. McDaniels defending. Jackson passes to Kennard. And here is Powell. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's McLaughlin. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Reed finds McDaniel. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Clippers on defense. Passes it to Russell. From the arc. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. The kick out to Towns. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Wall. Outside, George lets it go with a 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Boy, when he is contesting shots, you see the potential on the...
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
Ball to the Timberwolves.
Here's Russell. And there's the drive. The kick out to Towns. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And Wall. Here we go now. And the wide open shot from Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Russell against Wall. Here's Towns. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Wall passes to Leonard. To tie it up. Zubac trying to break loose. Leonard, no luck. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. The Clippers trail. And George kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Morris. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. It's stolen by Edwards. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And Los Angeles guys shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Leonard looking over the floor. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge. How about Taurean Prince? The confidence to take and make a big-time shot.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Russell from long range. Kicks it out to Prince. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Prince. Prince has got 3 assists now in this one. Ball passes to Morris. And stolen by Russell. Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, don't sleep on the foot speed of Karl Anthony Towns. He's a factor in transition.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Timberwolves leading by 7. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to Prince. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
And here's George for 3. Fires top of the key. And he overshot that one, missing. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Leonard kicks to Wall. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
You love to see guys come through in the clutch. A nice play by John Wall.
Russell passes to Towns. Down low, Paul George with the steal.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Morris finds Wall. Back to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. On the wing, Morris. Off target from three-point range. Wall with the steal. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. It's Prince on the wing. Now Russell. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. And so the Timberwolves take the win on narrow. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. We're expecting a shootout with this matchup, RJ. These are two teams that can score with the best of them.
Yeah, each side are going to have their hands full on defense. Look, both sides need to bring the intensity to try and disrupt the offensive flow any way they can.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot.
You just got to appreciate Paul's shot selection. Knows exactly when he should fire.
Russell has the open look. Gobert passes to Towns. The 3 from Russell. Buries it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Aiden. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Aiden signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Aiden walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Aiden to remain a contender.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Out to Bridges. Beyond the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year.
Oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Pass to Aiden. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside for Booker. And the Suns get another 3.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Edwards with it. Offensive rebound. Gobert. Towns with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Booker. Towns against Bridges. Crowder outside. Pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Edwards. Booker can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Back to Crowder. It's Booker on the wing. And the Suns get another 3.
This is Booker at his most dangerous. No hesitation right there.
Picked by Gobert. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Count it.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Paul against Russell. Out to Bridges. Back to Paul. Outside Booker. Aiden with a screen. Fires the 3. And it's Booker again missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message. Paul passes to Crowder. The kick out to Paul. Up and over Russell. And Paul gets it to go. Paul's gotten his second bucket.
What confidence from the accomplished veteran. Paul doesn't need much space to shoot from the mid-range.
Here's Prince. He's guarded by Bridges. Towns down low. He's against Crowder. The shot by Towns, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
That's a tough take by Paul inside. He is absolutely fearless, and that helps him get a trip to the stripe.
Paul hits them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. To the wing, right side. Back to Russell. Here's Towns. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Pass to Prince. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. The Suns on top. They lead by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside for Booker. Ayton with a screen. And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Ayton with a screen from 18 feet away. No luck on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Booker against Edwards. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Russell against Paul. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. He takes it in.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Bridges, a screen on Edwards. Out to Bridges. Misses the 3. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Towns. Right wing. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. And Edwards slams it in.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Booker. Stolen by Russell. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
And it is so tough to disrupt Towns' shot. I mean, when he shoots, he's so disciplined and locked in. So impressive.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Here's Paul. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Russell. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Gobert. Crowder with a steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. Jumps up, and Booker throws it down.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Russell against Paul. Russell, the pass to Edwards. Over to the wing. Here's Towns. No good on the triple. Edwards against Booker. Over Edwards. Booker no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Gobert passes to Towns. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Out to Bridges. Back to Paul. It's Bridges on the wing. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Prince. And now we've got an intentional foul. Phoenix calls timeout. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Pass to Prince. Outside Edwards. The rebound by Bridges. The Suns trailing. Paul with it. Russell covering. Here's Crowder. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
It took Jay Crowder some time to get noticed as a young player. He wasn't widely recruited out of high school. He finally broke out in the last year of college.
Both shots good from the stripe. 50 seconds left in the first half. Russell with the ball. Outside Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. The throw good, Edwards.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 36 seconds left in the first half. Now Paul. He's got 6. Outside for Booker. Back to Paul. 5 on the clock. Top of the key. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Gobert. And it's good. 2 points.
The assist.
Gobert's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
21.
Allie, as always, thank you.
26.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executed.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. McDaniels out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid, then it's Jalen Noel, and it's McLaughlin in at the point guard position. Now a timeout called by Phoenix. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Pass to Reid. Fade away. Outside Anderson. Here's Noel. Reid sets a screen. And he lobs it up top. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Pass to Lee. Now here's Johnson. Let's go with a three. Counted from distance. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Outside, Anderson. Inside, Noel. And he got the whistle on the way. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these
Previous play is
disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Shamet. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Sharic. No good. Nice D from Anderson. Here's McLaughlin to the middle. Got a hand on it. To the paint. Anderson inside. Sharic covers. 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Johnson passes to Sharic. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Out left to the wing. The kick out to Johnson. The three ball. McDaniels with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
On the wing, Noel. Oh, got a piece of it. And out of bounds. The Suns will take it.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Phoenix has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Here's Johnson. McDaniels with some nice D. Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game.
When Cam Johnson went 11th overall in the 2019 draft, most draft experts were shocked, slating him to go late in the first. But Cam's proven those pundits wrong.
Phoenix calls timeout. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Pass to Aiden. Paul with it. And he drives in. Oh, and Reed with a block. Here's Noel. The three. Kicks it out to Anderson. And here's Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another basket for Minnesota.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
Up top, Paul. Out to Bridges. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Russell from outside. They grab their own miss. Towns gets the bucket.
And just crashes the glass with effort and intensity. I mean, how do you box a guy out like Towns?
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. That one goes. Count it.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
The three from Russell. To the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Russell's got 5 now.
Yeah, aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop. The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
And so it's Minnesota, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. How about the way they've attacked the paint?
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth dance team.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. The Suns shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Edwards can't hit. Paul against Russell. Outside for Booker. Sends it home from three-point land.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Over to the left wing. Outside Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he can't hit the second. Phoenix has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Outside Booker. Crowder outside. Out to Bridges. It's Booker on the wing. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Talk about a bailout shot, but how many people are composed under pressure like Booker is?
The 3 from Russell. Crowder grabs the miss. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and pitch the pass to him.
Russell against Paul. Gobert passes to Towns. Outside for Russell. Knocks it loose. Crowder with a steal. Edwards against Booker. Crowder outside. Now here's Booker. Tight defense on it. And the basket by Bridges. Let's look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Suns. And Minnesota calls time here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He complimented the three-point shooting. He said, quote, "It's one thing to get the look, it's another to bury it. I believe in you guys. I think you've got this game on lock. Let's go out there and let's take this. Guys."
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Edwards can't hit. And here are the Suns. They're on a 10-1 run. And that one drops for them. Now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Gobert. And Edwards slams it in.
And just an important basket. I mean, especially with their lead dwindling.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Crowder inside. Pass to Paul. Bridges outside. It's Booker on the wing. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. Here's Booker. Prince grabs the miss. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Count it. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
That's just Big Cat using his upper body strength to convert through contact.
Crowder outside. Fires the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. got 3 assists now in this one.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
To the wing on the left. Towns against Crowder. Towns down low. He can't get that one to fall. And Phoenix the other way now. Bridges with it. Towns covering. The kick out to Paul. And here's Crowder from the arc. Money. And that one brings them within 1.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's Edwards. Oh, threw it down. Wow. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Crowder outside. Pass to Aiden. Outside Paul. To tie it up. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn. And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're losing by 5. 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
For 3, Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. And he commits the intentional foul.
DeAndre Ayton, 5th personal foul, 2nd team foul. Phoenix foul. Chris Paul, 2nd personal foul, 3rd team foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
He is so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
3-pointer. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Thank you again for coming. Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting.
We have two defensive first teams tonight, Steve. Both of these squads fully engaged on the defensive end.
It will be a low-scoring outing tonight, but they all say it in all sports and in basketball it works. Defense wins championships.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Shot clock at 5. Phoenix needs to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Clippers ball.
Here's Wall. Leonard on the wing. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for it. The Suns go the other way with it. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Count it.
Sometimes Wall seems just undeniable. Even the contact doesn't slow him down.
Ball against Wall. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And Morris throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Booker, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Outside for George. Bangs home the trifecta.
The D has to know where PG is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter.
Booker looking around. Over George. Here's Ayton. Bridges for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
George finds Wall. Back to George. In close and good. Coming off the assist by Wall. George has got 5 points so far. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
All with it. Bridges covering. Bridges against Wall. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Paul looking over the floor. Passes to Ayton. Booker outside. Pass to Paul. Shot to stop the run. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morris kicks to George. Puts up a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Leonard, the pass to Wall. Fires the three. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Paul, an easy 2 points on the layup.
So crafty down low. Chris has every shot in the book.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to George. Back to Wall. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nice move. And there's a nice layup inside by Bridges. Bridges got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns. Wall looking it over. Out to Morris. And stolen by Ayton. On the wing, Booker. No good off the back of the rim.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and they're focused.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem form, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the one spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And here is Paul. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Paul's got 5 now.
This is the leadership you get with Chris Paul. Looking aggressive, taking these quick shots.
Wall passes to George. Morris with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. Morris with a screen on Booker. Back to Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes. Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
Wall dishes to George. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's George missing. Suns trail by 7.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Ball up top, covered by Wall. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And great, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
4 on the clock. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Ball against Wall. Paul passes to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Ball against Paul, and there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Bridges against Leonard. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
Bridges, no one around him. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
George against Booker. The kick out to Wall. A three from Morris. Bridges with the board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No good from Booker. Clippers leading by 6. Up the floor. And Morris throws it down.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Ayton. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
George against Booker. Out to the wing. Paul dishes to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
And great energy from Booker there in the paint, just working hard to get to his shot.
Wall finds Zubac. Outside, George. Back to Zubac. Wall passes to George. 5 on the clock. A three from Leonard. Phoenix grabs the miss. All up top to the middle. Crowder. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Jay Crowder, not the biggest guy.
All right, David, thank you. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 from Monty Williams. Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Landale in at the 5. And here is Shamet. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple. Shamet the pass to Lee. And that one's good. Shamet.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Kennard against Lee. Here's Jackson. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Johnson down low, guarded by Powell. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Up top, Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Covington's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
GA, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Out to Shag. Takes the three. The Clippers grab the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drops in the tray. Kennard's got himself on the board with three there.
A crafty lefty with tons of range. You can't take your eyes off Luke Kennard defensively.
Shamet the pass to Johnson. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And here's Jackson. Covington kicks to Powell. And he banks in the layup. Powell's got his first points in this one.
We see this every night from Norman Powell, putting on his hard hat and going to work.
Out to Lee. Back to Shamet. Johnson the pass to Landale. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 8. Now here's Kennard. On the wing, Jackson. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Jackson.
2 minutes.
It's tipped. Lee against Powell. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
No, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Jackson. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside. Helps him draw fouls.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
1:30 left in the third quarter. Shamet kicks to Johnson. Can't nail the jumper.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Covington with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Batum passes to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Covington dishes to Jackson. Clock at 6. A steal. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Shag, and Covington sends it back.
Robert Covington doing big man things tonight.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Clippers. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Lee outside. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Jackson. There's Lee with the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Clippers leading by 11. Powell for 3. And Lee pulls it down. Johnson outside. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take it. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Out pass to Wall. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Hayton. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Suns trail by 11. And the dunk by Booker.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now here's Wall. Outside Leonard. Back to Wall. And George kicks to Morris. 5 to shoot. Morris with a screen on Bridges. And that one's good. George.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And here's Booker after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And the dunk by Booker.
And there he goes, Booker, showing off the vert.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Outside for George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And he is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
When it comes to scoring the ball, this is where Crowder's at his best. Off the catch.
Outside, Wall. Outside for George. This one for 3. Rebound by the Suns. Booker in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got it back down to single digits for the Suns.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
George against Booker. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul finds Bridges. Zubats against Crowder. Ayton in the corner. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 7-point differential. Wall kicks to Leonard. Back to Wall. Leonard against Bridges. And Leonard gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 9.
You see the focus from Kawhi. When he's deep inside, he's locked in on scoring.
Booker outside. For 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Paul against Wall. Left side, Leonard. Bridges with the steal. Paul passes to Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Crowder kicks to Bridges. Drills the three-pointer.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable, taking and making his share of threes.
Ball against Paul. Paul passes to George. 6 on the shot clock. Wide open look. That shot no good. And Phoenix will come the other way.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
Kicks it out to Paul. Leonard with the steal. Now Wall. Now the pass to Leonard. Outside, Wall. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Morris passes to Zubac. Back to Morris. Outside Wall. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Pure from three-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Russell against Wall. Out to Leonard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Russell.
Oh, what a powerful move by Kawhi. Absorbing the foul, but still getting the shot in the air.
No good on the second free throw.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
He got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Edwards against George. Towns for 3. That one no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Leonard outside. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. Towns up top, guarded by Morris. Oh, it's stolen by Towns.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
The Clippers have called 1 of 4 to begin this one. Wall, the pass to George. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Now Leonard. Kicks it to George. 4 on the clock. Driving in. It's blocked by Gobert. Russell, the pass to Edwards. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Edwards fires from way outside. That shot off the mark. And Los Angeles the other way now.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, L.A. is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
The Clippers trail. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense.
Here's Russell following the score by the Clippers. Down low. Zubac with the steal. Here's Leonard. And he hits it to tie the game. Leonard's got 5.
You see how composed Leonard is close to the bucket? Knows exactly how to score at will.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
George's shot is off.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
The putback. Towns with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Oh, George with a steal. Leonard outside. George outside. Zubac screen. The kick out to Wall. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Russell from deep three-point land.
I'm sure that'll make John Wall's coach happy to see that kind of hustle and aggressiveness at the defensive end. Doing a really good job to smother.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Here's Brent. Leonard defending. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. The 3, George fires in the triple. George has got 5 now. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Towns with the ball. Guarded now by George. And stolen by Leonard. Russell against George. That's in. He's shooting 3 for 10 from the floor now.
And it's really obvious that George has put a ton of time into improving his handling. I mean, you never know what he's going to do with the ball in his hands, and most times it's pretty good.
Now here's Russell. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves game last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
That's a heads-up play right there. Reads the floor, distributes accordingly.
Edwards against George. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Now here's Russell to stop the run. It's rebounded by George.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. And they recover it. Morris finds some space. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And the shot goes in. Edwards has got 10 points in the game.
Well, the defense trying to throw Edwards off with some contact, but he smartly stays focused on his shot.
Wall, the pass to Morris. Back to Wall. Up top, Morris. Leonard outside. There's the three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards has got his 4th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up. Hey, great communication on the lob. And now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, I really like the assertiveness Prince brings to this end of the floor. A very impressive offensive play.
Here's George. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Wall on the attack. And the big finish by Wall.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Pass to Prince. The 3 is up. Here's Gobert. Outside Russell. Stolen by Wall. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's George. Back to Wall. Morris outside. Tipped away. 4 on the clock. George finds Leonard. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. He's got 10.
George's all-around game is very impressive. His passing.
Thanks very much, Allie.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 16. The Clippers, 23.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
We've got Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Noel in a shooting guard. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Outside McDaniels. And in any season, you'll have your struggling teams. Clark is a competitor. How hard is it to bring your best when you're enduring a tough stretch?
Well, I think it comes down to the responsibility you have to yourself and your team to give it your best shot. And competitors want to compete, and you have to relish that, even when you have the deck stacked against you. So weathering adversity and still being professional and committed to competing, I think is the mark of every pro, should be the mark of every pro.
The Timberwolves trail. Here's McLaughlin to the inside. Noel. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Noel's got his first points in this one.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Jackson outside. It's Powell on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Kicks it out to Anderson. The 3. Kept alive by Minnesota. Throws it up high. And finished off by Anderson.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Now here's Jackson. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Out to Powell. Lets it go from deep. Batum. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Pass to Anderson. Over Covington. Anderson can't get it to go. The Clippers in the lead. Out to Covington. Lets the three fly. And it's Noel with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Inside. Fast break. Here we go. And Powell with the stuff.
Boy, one of the things about Covington is that his length bothers the opposing players. I mean, he's somebody that takes defense seriously and looks to pilfer the ball whenever he can.
Noel, that's good.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And here's Jackson.
Timberwolves foul. Jaden McDaniel. First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Jackson outside. Launches it. Sinks it from distance. Jackson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Noel. 5 points in the game. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Jackson. The drive by Powell. Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
This is Jackson's game. He's looking to take these shots whenever he gets the opportunity.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's McLaughlin. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. McDaniels from long range.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Just 2 to shoot. Noel, no good.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Powell finds Covington. The shot off that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Oh, there's the alley. And finished off by Anderson.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Now here's Batum. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves. Pass to Noel. Fires for 3. And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Morris with it. Kicks it to George. From behind the arc. It's George on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And it's all from 3-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Wall. Morris with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Kicks it to George. Pass to Wall. Back to George. Jacks up a three. Wall, the pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
This is what John Wall is built to do. Attack the defense, create for himself and others.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And the Clippers with the ball. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Leonard for three, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Pass to Prince. 4-3. Nails it from 3. Prince has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Out to Leonard from deep. Clippers keep it alive. And here's George. Zubac with it. Doubled by Russell. Zubac finds Wall. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Quick decision maker. Wall is really good at reading defenses and knowing when to shoot off the catch.
Russell up top. Wall covering. Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. It's tipped. Morris outside. Now here's Wall. Leonard for 3. Again, the miss by Leonard. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Zubac with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Wall. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Morris has got 3 assists in the game. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
And they're able to recover. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
And for Minnesota, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Good on the shot.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Wall, the pass to Morris. The kick out to Wall. 6 to shoot. Back to Morris. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Prince down low. George defending. Here's Gobert. Yep, that one goes.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time, right in the shooting pocket.
Now here's George. There's 39 seconds left in the final quarter. From deep. Minnesota with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Prince can't hit. Leonard with the ball. So the Clippers winning. Exceptional. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up for